Well, it had to happen sometime, I guess. I just had to go into a tryptophan-induced coma, and it never occurred to me that with everyone else on reruns, CW would be taking advantage and put out a new episode of Arrow on Thanksgiving night. So now I'm reviewing the episode Thanksgiving, 4 days after Thanksgiving. That's why they pay me the big bucks, so I can continue to screw up royally. So the episode opens with that one day a year when things are going well in Star City. They've gotten a record amount of food for the canned food drive. Things are going well between Oliver and Felicity. William is actually enjoying working at a canned food drive. Really? Have these writers ever met a real kid? And the new precinct is about to open up. All in all, things are going rather well until Agent shows up and arrests Oliver for being the Green Arrow in front of the news cameras and his son. He gets processed, and I can't help but notice that he's an idiot for not for speaking with her at one point without his attorney present. So yeah, Oliver, I know you're one of the most macho guys out there, but please stop being an idiot when it comes to legal things. This goes for all your male hearers out there. Tough shouldn't equal stupid when it comes to the law. In fact, that's a new badge. Tough equals stupid. Just because you're a tough, no-nonsense type of guy doesn't mean you don't need a lawyer. The government has armies of lawyers advising them on what to do. You should get a lawyer too when they try to charge you with a crime. Just saying. Also, some idiot scheduled the anti-vigilante vote for Thanksgiving Day. Don't ask me what kind of idiot would do that. Oh yeah, it's Oliver again, I'm guessing, since he was the one who turned it into a referendum, although it's not clear. I mean, what kind of voter turnout are they going to have for that? Like 1%? Maybe, if they're lucky? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Every government agent, everything else related to the government is closed on Thanksgiving. Why would you do that? So, anyway, with all of that going on, it turns out Black Siren and Goatee Finch, who now has just pulled out all his old props from Person of Interest. I swear, if they just let Michael Emerson walk out a Person of Interest with every computerized prop they had, and they just asked him, hey, could you bring those by for when you're playing this guy who totally isn't Finch? Thanks! He's even talking like Finch at this point, using the same sort of sentence structure and getting hung up on the same types of things. Michael Emerson has range as an actor. Why is he typecast as this? Well, anyway, so Black Siren are stealing some sort of nanite explosives. They had about 1,000 pounds of a conventional explosive. When the team tries to stop him from changing the ladder, it turns Diggle as Arrow, as the Green Arrow, ends up incapacitated. Yeah, it seems that, well, it looked initially like using the technology that made Felicity able to walk again was working, when combined with those super steroids he was taking. It could cause paralysis. So the exact opposite of what the technology was designed to do. Meanwhile, at Oliver's arraignment, he finds out that the case has been handed over to the district attorney, which, if Agent Rah is so sure that everyone in Star City and connected to the mayor is so corrupt, why on earth would she do this? I guess because she did and she was born without a brain. Also, if the anti-vigilante bill passes, they'll be the only major, and she locks up the Green Arrow, won't Star City be the only major city in the DC universe not protected by a team of superheroes? Is that really smart? Especially given what it's been through in the past 6 years. How many times has somebody tried to destroy the city only for it to be saved by vigilantes? The police and the FBI sure aren't on the case. In fact, when the Mirror Crew outbreak happened, where the flip was the FBI? Where were they when somebody was developing an earthquake machine and putting it in the subways? How did that slip past them? Well, anyway, so Diggle is incapacitated. Oliver gets mad at him, but then immediately apologizes, and seen later, so not sure what that was, but he does realize that it was selfish of him to ask Diggle to put his family aside so that he could be closer to his son William, who he promised he would never go out as the Green Arrow again. However, when it looks like Goatee Finch is targeting a Billy Joel concert, and Goatee Finch has been so good that Felicity can't hack into the systems at the concert, and his manager won't tell Billy Joel that the mayor says that that his concert has been targeted. Oliver has really no choice but to suit up as the Green Arrow. Meanwhile, during this, Felicity is a little mad, and Mr. Terrific are mad at each other over things to do with their startup, like, I don't know, the fact that she named it without him, and then used their seed money to post Oliver's bail, which they say that it's $1 million, but I thought you only had but his bail was set at $5 million, and I thought you only had to put up 10% of that, and I thought that's how bail bonds work. So isn't 1 million of 5 million 20%? Anyway, so there's a big fight at the CEO, and it turns out Goatee Finch tells Zara that there was no bomb. He just got them there to try and to tell him that his son died because of the Green Arrow, so this is about revenge for him. That's it, and he walks off. He also has some sort of device that seems to deflect arrows in midair. I think it's the ball that he stole from Mr. Terrific when they raided the Arrow Cave. But anyway, with while all that is happening, the rest of the heroes try to evacuate the concert. However, there are fake cops who have blocked off the doors, so they end up having to fight them. Unfortunately, somebody leaks the video online without any context, and it just shows vigilantes beating up cops, which was really Goatee Finch's endgame, which means that the anti-vigilante bill passes. Agent Barbara shows up to gloat, and I'm guessing what we're gonna find out is that he's kept it off the records, but she's working with Goatee Finch because she's the mother of his child who died in some way that for some reason he blames the Green Arrow for. I'm guessing that's what's going to be the big revelation when all this comes out, because she makes it way too personal for this to be professionalism at all. And I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure she's breaking some FBI rules, whereas she was pretending to be by the book before. So yeah. Then, but there is one piece of good news. Thea finally wakes up. Thank you. Only 7 episodes into the season. So everyone's having a nice so the episode ends with everybody having a nice Thanksgiving dinner, and we're ready for tonight's big crossover event. I can't wait. So this episode has some good this episode would be about average, but it has some important moments in it that I'm sure will play out going forward. And despite some stupidity from Oliver, the character moments, Speed Weed, who sounds like the episodes that this writer writes should be a lot trippier and more 60s than they are, is one of the, if not the best writer of character moments on the series Arrow. So that helps it stand out. So I'm giving this episode 6 out of 10. Yeah, I can't wait for tonight's crossover event.